Good morning, it is Clay at claytrader.com. This will be a live trade video where I try to capture some of my trades as they play out live. Very quickly, for those of you that are new to these videos, when I say live, what I mean is that I'm recording myself, seeing the information, seeing the data for the very first time, compared to having already recorded everything, and now I'm coming back and doing some sort of trade recap or post commentary. So nothing like that. I literally don't know what's coming next. So in other words, if you just want an unscripted, raw, nitty-gritty look into what it's like to be a day trader, how day trading can play out, then this will be a video for you. So I'll be watching Tesla out of the opening gates and hopefully do some options on it. And again, I say hopefully just because I don't know what's going to come next. Maybe something else pops up and I don't end up trading options. Maybe I end up trading the Tesla stock. We'll see. But market opens up here in 2 minutes, so I'll be back at the open. Market opens up here in about 5 seconds. And I will say I'm not going to touch anything for at least the first minute, maybe even 2 or 3 minutes. So I just want to see how things take shape here. So I am in complete observation mode, and sometimes that can cause you to miss out on a great trade, but in just as many situations, it can cause you from getting suckered into something and then taking a loss right out of the opening gate. So like I said, I'm in total observation mode right now. If you do hear typing, that's just me making alerts in the private trading community that I offer. So watching Tesla right now, and again, this is a 1 minute candlestick, meaning this, whoops, let me make that a little bit. Meaning that'll move around for 1 minute and then a new candlestick will start to form. So now we're getting a little bit more data, potentially 903 as an interesting level. And in there at 45.20, looking for this thing to come down through 900. It did not. Let's see if it wants to come back down. Giving it a little bit of wiggle room here, but yep. But looking like I'm gonna have to take a loss here on it. So yeah, out there, wow, $1,400 loss. That's what I mean. Now the good news is that if this thing comes back down, I would still be interested in playing ball with it once again. So in there at 43.60, like I said, I'm still bearish on this thing. And I still think this thing could very well be coming down through those lows. $905 going to be that first key break. Let's see if it can get down through 905. Yes, it can. Bounce back up some though. Now looking for some push to the downside. And out there and wiped away those losses. Nice. So now up $97 on the day. So that was, I don't know, I can't do the math that much. What, a $1,400-ish win? Took that just because wasn't quite sure. It could break through those lows, but wow, it really could have a double bottom pattern too. So I wanted to acknowledge that. 79.35. 79.35. Flush point. Yes, I'm talking to myself as I make the alert. See what I mean? How it just bounced around here. Just didn't want to risk having a good solid, I'm just going to call it a $1,400 trade. A good solid $1,400 trade, then be wiped away. In fact, let's go back to my stock. Yeah, 152.75. Let me get that alerted. 152.75. Flush point, 1 minute. Yep, and Tesla, just as an FYI, has gone back green relative to where I was in, so I would be in the red. In at 152.55. Looking for this thing to come down to at least 152, if not even lower. Wow, Tesla really just spiked back up. Again, I'm in at 152.55. Thinking, do I want to potentially add to a winner at maybe 152? And yeah, maybe. Although I can say that I'm not exactly happy with how this one's been moving. I thought it'd be a little bit more fluid than this. I see what I mean? 152.50 is definitely going to be that key breakdown area. Doesn't want to break is the question. Yeah, look at it, stuck in this area. Oh, come on. That's the best you're going to do for me? Wow. Look at that. That's not fun. All right, got to get out. So I'm now down 380. Look at that. Well, that's how it goes sometimes. Goodness. I got the breakdown started to go a little bit, and then just like that, snapped right back in my face. And that is how it goes at times. So now down 380. Wow. I mean, really, maybe this is just a fake spike here. Potentially, I got spooked out when I shouldn't have. So if 152 does want to come into play here, I may very well still be interested in this, because that would be, but to be fair, I don't know, maybe this is a truly strong move, but I might have just gotten spooked out. Okay, well, I will go ahead and pause for now, but yeah, at the moment, I am down 380, and looking like I did get spooked out, as this thing did spike upwards. It has now rolled back over. I am interested at 152, but would like to see this not break it on this exact candle that's forming, but I'm not sure it's going to do that. It very well may just leave me behind. But yeah, that's the way that it goes. Yeah, in hindsight, shoulda, coulda, woulda just held. Probably should have, because that was just a quick turnaround there. But you know, I just didn't want to risk anything further. But 152 now is definitely very, very interesting at this point. So I am interested in 152. But we'll have to see if that wants to come into play or not. But I will go ahead and pause for now. Okay, making a move down to 152. And I missed it. Wow, that happened just too fast for me to try to get filled. Well, if this is a fake breakdown and it bounces back up, maybe I'll be interested. But as for that, was a little too slow. All right, I'll go ahead and pause. Okay, I'm watching PayPal now, 156. Member in the room alerted it. So checking it out, and I think that's a great alert. Now, whether or not 156 comes into play, I don't know. Nobody knows, but it's at least got my eyes on it. And coin. Another one here. Yeah, I alerted that earlier, didn't I? Yeah, I alerted 175, so I completely lost track of it. But right here at 173 is an interesting level. So yeah, coin 173 could be really interesting. But we'll see what it wants to do. So I will go, go ahead and pause for now. Okay, coming down. To potentially 173. Did I not? Why am... Not sure what. Okay, well, I tried. But I didn't. I'll have to go back, and I'm not sure. Maybe I misclicked something. Maybe I thought my so I don't know, maybe I lucked out there. While Tesla's still just dropping. This move is seemingly getting a little... PayPal's not in play yet. I mean, this move on Tesla is just so crazy right now. I might be interested in trying to build a little bit of a position with calls. So let's see, try to pick up 2 calls at 45. So Tesla, the stock itself, is still going to have to drop down below 870 for me to have a chance at those ones. But I think there's a decent likelihood that that could happen. So if it's looking like Tesla's going to drop down below 870, I'll get the video rolling, and we'll see if I can get filled on those calls. Because that's a challenging thing with options. You just don't quite know what their value is going to be when the price of the stock is at a certain level. Oh, but now PayPal's maybe coming into play here. Okay, it's dropping. Just needed to drop a bit more. Okay. I'm just debating right now because I'm watching PayPal. It's right at my, which, wow, this move is crazy. Okay, I'm just going to stick with this one here. I canceled my order out just because I am watching things off screen. Okay, well, PayPal, talking in hindsight, shoulda, coulda, woulda. Great alert there, Andrew. Fantastic alert. It's working out great. And I just chose to stick with Tesla, which still may work out, but sometimes that's the decisions that we as traders need to make. But wow, Tesla just absolutely straight down. Okay, I'm going to throw an order out there at 38. And we'll see if I can get filled on those or not. I will pause for now. Well, that's what I was looking for on Tesla, the bounce to the upside. Problem is I got a bit too greedy. I just wanted too low of a price. And, you know, of course, I'm completely talking in hindsight now, which is easy to do. But had I just stayed strong at 45, that trade would have worked out just fine. Would have been actually able to pick up a couple more. And then could have had, would have been back in the green. But again, I'm sitting here trading with hindsight, and we can all do that. Trading in hindsight, it's not much of a challenge. Tesla still moving up. All right, I'll go ahead and pause. All right. Oops, not. There we go. In at 173.27 here on Coin, looking for this thing to start to come back to the downside. Again, in at 173.27. So hopefully I didn't get myself into a choppy mess here where this thing's just going to chop back and forth, chop back and forth. Which maybe I did. On the bright side, only did 150 shares, so it's not like I'm looking at some sort of insane risk. All right, out there. So now down 685. These spikes keep getting me, you know. I don't know, is this going to come right back down? That's the problem when you're in the red. You just can't risk. I mean, if it comes back down, okay, I can rethink about it. But what happens if it doesn't? That keeps going, you know. Had I been in the green, then yeah, I can wait a little bit while longer. But you just can't take the risk of it actually being a truly strong move. Tesla. 865 maybe. Again, brought by another member. They said 868. So I don't know if I quite agree at 868, but 865 is right around there. I mean, point being, I can understand where they're coming from. So yeah, if that level does come into play, that becomes a very, very interesting prospect there. So I'm curious, is it going to get rejected there at the VWAP once again? And I will say with Coin, very happy. I only did 150 shares. Sometimes, yeah, you'll do a position size smaller, and then it'll work out, and you say, why did I only do that size? But other times in this situation, you'll sit there and say, well, geez, I'm glad I did smaller size, because had I done bigger size, you know, that loss would have been that much larger. But so now just really kind of, I'm still just, I don't mean for the awkward silence, but I am monitoring other stocks on my other monitor. So this is more than, I'm looking at more than what you see. So, okay, I will go ahead and pause. All right, now watching 870 as potential area to pick up some puts. Yeah, 870, I like it. I want to see how it first behaves. So I'd like to see this go green again and then come back down. More green than what it's doing right now, but we'll see. Okay, in at 42.95. So let's see this thing come down to at least, hopefully, 864. Yeah, 868 is going to be that first key break point. Again, watching 868, that'll be the first key level that will need to be broken in order for me to have a chance here. Once again, couldn't quite do it. Yeah, 868 being very, very stubborn. All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and pause. I'm not going to make you sit here and watch through this potential just sideways chop, but I'll keep a close. Well, are we getting back again? All right, I'll go ahead and pause. Okay, maybe it's going to try 868 here. Open once again bounces. All right, never mind. Okay, maybe you're going to try again here. There is the break. Now looking for some more follow through. So all out there. Whoops. Yeah. Shouldn't have done all out. Yeah, see, my mistake was I think panicked is the right word. Panicked because I thought, okay, it's going to bounce from this area right here. And it could, but it could not. So I should not have taken out all 5. So panic's not the right word. I gave too much confidence to a bounce level right here. Now, maybe I'm about to look super smart, and it is about to bounce, and then I'm going to look really, really smart here. But, I mean, just for full transparency, I should not. So even if I do look smart, that's still not a good habit. I should still have at least a contract, at least. And there it goes, down through there. And yeah, at that point, I would be back green on the day, but instead I'm still down $60. So yeah, I will take back the word panic, but that was a mistake. I was too confident in that level. And you can see actually now hammers or a little doji forming right there. So it still may bounce from that level, but like I said, to be fair, even if it does bounce from here, that was still a mistake regardless. I should not have gotten all the way out. And just kind of FYI, coin spiked, came back down. I would have been totally fine. But again, that's all hindsight trading. But yeah, I talk about a choppy day. I mean, yeah, okay, so here we go on Tesla. There is the bounce. You can see it's going green. But again, should have still had that one contract regardless. So yes, in hindsight, I did do it right to just take off the entire position where I did. But again, from a habit perspective, I should not have taken off everything. I should have had one, because if that was a true breakdown, but that's a pretty brutal move. Came down there, broke through that level, acted like wanted to go, and then just snapped right back up. I got to make sure that I'm not revenge trading this one, because I'm upset about how it treated me the first time. 69.3. I'm just doing some basic. Yeah, no, I don't. Yes, I'm talking to myself right now. Don't like this because of the 5 minute. Feels like the goodness, Tesla. What a what a dirty dog. Now, again, the question becomes, could I try to get a put up here? See if it gets rejected back. So maybe. I might be interested in a put, more so up around the 890 mark, if that occurs. So it's still got a ways to go before 890 comes into play. So yeah, I mean, it was a good trade. Obviously, I made money on it, but even that breakdown right there, from what I was thinking, not a whole lot of follow through. I mean, it broke through that secondary level just a tad, and then went back up. So yeah. So I ended up playing that one perfectly in the sense of getting out where I, full size, but I didn't play it from a good habit standpoint. I should not have, done the amount that I did. But I am interested in this one, if this can get up around the 885-ish, 890-ish area. So I'll keep an eye on it, but I'll pause for now. Okay, watching 139 here on ticker symbol SC, just absolutely crashed. So this one's either going to bring me back to the green, or it's going to cost me, I don't know, 150-ish. Or so. How did it not fill me at 138.75? There we go. See this thing come down some more. Kind of get down through 138.50. Let's see. Have 25 shares left. So if this does want to come down through 138.50, down to 138. Yeah, 138.25 going to be more so the key break. Oh, Tesla turning back up. All right, I'm just going to hop out there. So never mind on getting back to green. Only $34. As this one was... And of course, Tesla's drawing my eye again because of that. Look at that move right back up. All right, maybe an opportunity here. I will go ahead and pause. Watching Tesla 888 in there at 888. See if we can get a move down through this trend line here. Oh, that's right. No, that was... Okay. No. Okay, that's officially my sign that I need to be done. I thought I had 50 shares, so I sold 25. But I didn't. I only had 25, so I completely exited the position. Yeah, and it makes good sense. I'm just mentally worn down at this point. I have no problem admitting that. And this is not an excuse, but doing these live videos does not help either. Again, that's not an excuse. Nobody's forcing me to do that. I'm 100% taking accountability for my decision to make life a little bit harder on myself. But at this point, I can't sit here and try to act all tough. I'm just mentally worn down. And that was, another clue of, Clay, just call it good, because it has been almost 90 minutes. It's almost 11 a.m. And for me, I do, for long-time viewers, you know what I do. I like to do the be done in 30 approach, meaning on average, be done in 30 minutes. Sometimes it's way, way less than 30 minutes. In this situation, it is way, way more. And I can feel it in my mind. And again, when I'm doing these videos, it just makes things that much more difficult because they are genuinely live. I am recording myself in real time with all this taking place. So it does take a lot to be able to talk to you, think what I'm going to say while I'm still thinking for myself, trying to manage the trade and everything like that. Again, not an excuse, just trying to add in why I just got to admit that I'm mentally worn down. I'm mentally beat, and I got to just, on a day like this, I'm up $21 with commissions. I don't know, let's call it $5, $10. And I just got to be grateful for what the market was willing to give. So I'm going to go ahead and call it good. A big mental battle, up and down, back and forth. But from where I started at minus the 1300, I'm pleased with where things led me here. But yeah, I'm mentally beat, mentally worn down, and I gotta definitely just call it a day before I really get myself into some sort of trouble. But if you do enjoy these videos, please let me know, because like I said, the reason why I don't do these every single day is because they are genuinely hard to do. Trading is challenging enough in and of itself, but you add in the whole live component to it. There's just that much more that's going on. So that's why I don't do them every day. But if you do enjoy these videos, then please help me out by communicating two things. Hit the like button, leave a simple comment down below. Those two things go a long way in communicating to me that you enjoy these videos. And as long as I know people are enjoying, I will continue to make them. And wow, we're over 35 minutes. And as I've said in past videos where it gets this long, if you're still here right now, as far as I'm concerned, we are friends. If you've hung out with me this long, we're friends. And I appreciate it. So again, if you enjoy these live trade videos, please hit that like button, leave a simple comment down below. And also, if you're interested in learning more about the tools that I'm using to trade and, how I'm, and great tools that are available out there to build consistency, I offer a free online class that I'll talk about as soon as this video ends. So if you're interested in learning more about, the tools that I'm using and how you can, start to build consistency as a trader, then stick around. And like I said, I'm going to talk about the free class right now. First off, thanks so much for watching the entire video. Real quick, before you go, I want to invite you to a live webinar, web class, training, workshop, online event, whatever you want to call it, but it will be me live revealing to you what I've discovered that has allowed me to transform myself from being an employee to being my own boss, including how I had only one losing day out of 73 days in total. I'm going to cover 3 keys that have helped me unlock profitable consistency within the markets. The first key is super weird, but in a productive type of way. The second key is super awesome because it quite literally is wired into our DNA as humans, making it very easy to use. But in a cruel way, this becomes a pitfall for many traders. I'll explain it all though, including how to avoid the pitfall that it creates for some. And yeah, the third key, when you hear it, sounds way too good to be true, but it's not, and I'll show you how it all works. Then at the end, I open it up for a question and answer session that is, again, totally live. Even if you can't make the live session, please still sign up as it will be recorded, and you can go back and watch the replay that I will send you. Click the image on the screen or click the link down in the description box so you can get the date and time and claim your spot, which I should note is limited due to the fact that this truly is a live event. If you have any questions, let me know. If not, I'll be seeing you soon.